Yes. So the farmer follow, we did that. Now plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture is a type of commercial farming again. It was introduced by the Europeans in the tropical and subtropical regions. The farms are called estates, are very large. Efficient and scientific methods are used. Cheap and skilled labor and huge capital investments are required. Mostly a single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, rubber, banana, spices and cotton is grown. Only a single basis on a large base, on a large field, a single crop is grown. Plantation, they plant and they wait for the fruits to come in. And the plantations are managed like industrial units. For example, such farming are the rubber plantation in Malaysia, coffee plantation in Brazil, tea plantations in India and banana plantation in the West Indies. Dairy farming, again to deal with animals. Dairy farming has developed to meet the needs of industrial cities. Its growth and development has its roots in Europe, where the climate is suitable for natural pastures. Cattle are reared for milk near big cities to meet the needs of the people working in factories. Dairy farms need a large labor force to look after the cattle. At present, machines are widely used for milking, feeding and cleaning the cattle. Huge capital investments are thus needed. Dairy farming is very good. You get milk, you get butter, you get paneer, you get cottage cheese, you get everything. You get curd, you get everything, whatever you want to make. You can make sweets also. So that's up to it. We are done with agriculture. You please read through and do this for homework, okay? Without any ado, I will not listen to anything. So now we'll go to the major crops and agricultural development around the world. Okay, major crops and agricultural development around the world. We'll start reading today and after that I'm going to give the explanation. Page 154. The land under cultivation in the world is limited. About 10% of the total land surface is only suitable for cultivation. You can cultivate only 10% land. Other lands you cannot. It is not favorable. A number of physical, economic and social factors help in the selection of crops which can be grown in a particular region. As I said earlier in the last video, that it depends upon the area, it depends upon the what resources you have, it depends upon the what type of climate, what type of weather is going to be there, what type of land it is, what type of soil it is, and it all depends upon that. Now, a variety of crops are grown to meet the needs of the rapidly growing population. Variety of crops are needed. People need variety, you know. The crops also provide raw materials for agro-based industries. Crops are categorized on the basis of their uses in the following types. Cereals are rice, wheat, maize, millets. Pulses are gram, moong, udar and arhar. Oilseeds are mustard, linseed and rapeseed. Fibers are cotton, jute, flax and hemp. Beverages are tea, coffee and cocoa. Okay. Now rice, it's one of the most important cereals in human mankind. Without rice no one lives. And rice is a huge type of, it gives you a lot of energy, it's got a lot of carbohydrates, it's got a lot of starch. So rice is a staple food diet actually, basically, for an Indian or for a human being around the world. People cook it in different ways. Rice is the staple food for at least half of the population in the world. It is the main crop cultivated in the hot and humid regions, especially in the tropical and the subtropical regions. Rice plants needs high temperature, about 25 degrees centigrade during the growing season. High humidity and rainfall about 150 to 200 centimeter. Alluvial clay soil which can retain water, which can hold water. That sticky type of feeling, it's going to hold that water. Flooded fields when the plants are growing, adequate cheap labor as most of the work is done by hand. The main rice producing countries are China, largest producer in the world, then comes India, Bangladesh, Southeast Asia, Japan, North and South Korea, Sri Lanka, Brazil, Egypt and USA. But India's rice and China's rice, you cannot beat it. They are the best in the world. And then In monsoon Asia, where climatic conditions are favorable, 2 or 3 crops of rice are grown in a year. In Bengal, we have 3 times a year. In hilly areas, the slopes are terraced for rice cultivation. Japan has the highest yield of rice per hectare. Most of the production of rice is consumed locally. So much of population, it depends upon the population, what type of population you have and what's happening. Wheat, another most important. Wheat is the most important of all cereals. It has been the chief source of human food for at least 6,000 years. Huge protein, wheat. Wheat is the staple food in the countries located in the mid latitudes and in the dry subtropical regions. Wheat plants needs. See the wheat in the place. We go to subtropicals, we have a part of India, Afghanistan, we have Europe, we have in the Asian countries, Australia, we have parts of South America, and parts of North America is full of wheat. Everywhere there is wheat. Only in Africa we don't have wheat, only some parts. On the mid parts of the tropics we have that. Subtropical regions. Wheat plants needs. Now let's read this. What does this say actually? According to Chinese mythology, rice is called the gift of the animals. This is because once a terrible flood destroyed all plants in China and there was no food left to eat. One day a dog brought rice seeds and gave it to some people. The people planted the rice seeds and they soon had enough rice to feed everyone. It's called the animal food, or it's called the gift of the animals. That's what they think. Chinese believe a lot of things. It's that I don't want to go into a controversy. It's just it depends upon what people believe. Rolling or undulating plain areas. Rolling or undulating plain areas. Moderate temperature about 15 degrees centigrade. Moderate rainfall about 75 centimeter during the growing season. Bright and sunny weather during the time of harvest. Well drained loamy soil is good, but black soil produces excellent quality grain. Wheat is grown in more than 230 million hectares around the world, compared to 165 million hectares under rice. The main wheat producing regions are the temperate grasslands. It's extensively grown in Russia, USA, Canada, Australia, China, Argentina, India, Ukraine and South Africa. Okay. In India, wheat is grown in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh during the winter season. Wheat is an important item of international trade. Haryana wheat is too good. Okay. Maize. Now, I am talking about the Haryana wheat because in our forces we used to get that Haryanvi wheat. Maize, which we call bhutta, right? Maize originated in Latin America. It was grown by the Incas and the Aztecs. Maize is still the staple food of the people of Latin America. Later it was introduced in Europe by Christopher Columbus. It is known as corn in the Americas. Maize gives a very high yield per hectare, nearly 50% more than wheat maize plants needs. Undulating relief, that's the land area. Moderate temperature about 20 degrees centigrade during the growing period. Moderate rainfall 50 to 100 centimeter with frequent showers, not with gaps. Well drained, deep fertile soil. There should be no storage of water. The main maize producing countries are, which I see here, excuse me. Well drained, deep and fertile soil. The main maize producing countries are USA, Russia, China, Brazil, Argentina, Mexico. We go to page 156. Canada, South Africa, India, USA is the largest producer and accounts for almost half of the world's total production, corn. USA is also the largest exporter. Maize is widely used as feed for fattening cattle and pigs in the USA. Argentina and South Africa too. They feed their animals to make them more healthy and strong. Now millets. A coarse grain like jowar, bajra or ragi and sorghum are called millets. These grains have low nutritional value as compared to other cereals. These crops are grown in areas of high temperature, low rainfall and less fertile and sandy soil. The semi-arid parts of the tropical and subtropical regions are best suited for millet cultivation. The main millet producing countries are India. India, that land in the subtropical part, if you see in the map, we are in the subtropical part, and these few millets or these grains like jowar, bajra, ragi and sorghum are very much available in India. China, USA, Brazil, Nigeria, Niger, Egypt, millet is used as fodder for domestic animals in USA. Again, USA use millets for feeding their animals. Now I'll keep it till here, and we'll meet in the next class and we'll read through and I'll give a separate explanation. But there's no need for an explanation. Everything is all about the crops which are important and how is it done and what's it all about. Okay, so we'll keep it till millet today. So today is the 7th of October. We'll take it from here in the next class. Okay, see you soon. Bye bye and take care. And please do that agriculture homework. It's your job. Okay, bye bye. God bless. Respect your parents. Love them.